Well, howdy, lovers. Amitabh Elliott here, drinking my green smoothie, and I'm here to deliver a message from the gospel of love, which is what you are. Yeah. Anyways, so today I am here to deliver you from the grips of evil. Whoa. How do you do that? It's a big responsibility. However, I don't take responsibility for it. I've had this is almost like a growing insight, because it's like the more I release myself, the more I'm able to grasp the truth. Because it's almost like. It's like the clouds are in the way. The clouds are self, this Amitabha guy, all his beliefs and ideas. And as I meditate and as I continue on this path, clouds start to thin out, and then you see that single ray of sunlight. And interestingly, there's a beam coming in here, and then you can see where the sun comes from. And then sometimes the wind comes in and clouds over the sun again. And then you get some sunny patches. When the wind comes in again, brings more clouds, more sunny patches. And eventually you can start to, because it can't stay cloudy forever. However, our thoughts can make it so. And our sense of self and sense of identity, self-identity, and our beliefs can make it so. So, one of these insights is that in meaning, there is the word me. So, in order for there to be meaning, we have to create a me. We have to create a false identity so that we can, and we solidify it through meaning. This means this, this means that. I'd have to lie to you if I had said, in the past, I found my soulmate, and, I've even said that recently. I know who she is, and, it's all beliefs to solidify a separateness, and I see this now, and it ultimately leads to suffering. Even the idea of having a soulmate, it creates suffering, because there's the self and a soulmate. So you create not only yourself, but another self through another person, through which you must not be whole to need a soulmate. However, 1 and 1 make 2, so you could look at it that way also. But the thing I know is that in spiritual teaching, most spiritual teaching, most New Age teaching, there is story involved in it. There's always the creation of a story to try to explain that which is infinitely simple. And now, you don't have to take my word for this, and I hope you don't. But if it resonates for you, then dive deeper to find out if it actually is true. Because I would advise anybody not to listen to anybody. Don't listen to anybody, and certainly don't listen to yourself either. But no less or more than anybody else, because we're all divine beings, capable of carrying messages from the truth. You can't tell the truth. You can only carry a message from the truth, which will always be inferior, because as we know with the telephone game, I think they call it, when you send a message around in a circle, it will change. And even one person is enough to get in the way of truth and adulterate it in some way. And so the thing I have experienced and I know through insight, and I definitely am not practicing it all the time, it's not a realization all the time, but I do know it, and in my own life, realizations tend to come before embodiment and knowing, because it's fine to realize it, but if it's not lasting, if it's not a lasting way of life, way of being, then it's not really, you don't know it yet, and I don't know it yet. So the thing I have realized is that all these truths that, these are all personal truths that are, even some of the stuff I teach comes from personal truth. But the ultimate truth is so simple that because of our states of mind, because our minds are so all over the place and just grasping at anything to solidify its reality, to just make me real. I just want to be real. You know what I mean? And we're really not real. I mean, there is only the one source, and I'm reading. I'm not getting my truth from this, but it's expanding upon it, and because it corroborates my experience. In this book here, it's called Entering the Stream, The Introduction to Buddha and His Teachings. And everything for me is leading back to Buddhism, leading toward Buddhism, because unless I was a monk in a prior life, which I would say I probably was, then it's new to me. But so, the thing is, this is the truth. Want to believe it or not, whether I want to believe it or not, whether you want to believe it or not, the truth is, there is one life. There is one existence, and it's the same in all of us. But it's not us per se. It is us, but it's not us. It's, we have differentiated from the prime creator, the eternal source, God, the 0 point field, even beyond that 0 point field. We've differentiated and individualized and separated ourselves from that, and we've created an identity known as Amitabha Elliott, known as whoever your name is, whoever's watching this. And we create beliefs and search for meaning and create meaning in order to solidify that separation and make ourselves believe that we are not that source. And the purpose of this endeavor is, and it is purposeful, is so that we can know ourselves objectively. Because I highly recommend Conversations with God, and Conversations with God just clarified a whole bunch of stuff for me. And it resonates. It's like when you read it, if you're ready for it, it will just light up your life. I don't want to say soul, or, because I sort of lean heavily to the belief, knowing belief, but I can't really know in a mental way, and I can't really tell you in a mental way, but that there is no self, there is no soul, there's nothing to, and I'm not really going to tell you where I'm getting some of these teachings from either. I will tell you, okay? I'm channeling. In fact, tomorrow I'm going. Sunday, going to a friend's house, and we're getting together, and I can channel this whatever, and it's called itself Solaro, because my friend Shannon asked the name of it, and so it gave it a name, I guess, and it identifies itself in the terms of we So not a single I guess. And every time I channel, it's like I absorb more of this truth, and it becomes my truth, I guess. I believe that's what's happening. And so, the thing is, in life, there is no meaning. There is no you. There is no me. There is no anything. In Buddhism, and we always hear, life is illusion. Everything is an illusion. But we don't really grasp that. We just say it, and it doesn't really mean anything. It's not really. It's sort of a trite little saying we throw around. Everything is energy. Everything happens for a reason. Everything is illusion. But we don't really look at these sayings and really, reflect on them and find out what does that actually mean. And when we say everything is an illusion, everything is an illusion. And that includes you. It includes me. I'm an illusion. I have somehow still, even after all this work, I must believe in a separate self, because I'm still here. I am, and maybe this is, maybe you, I was going to say maybe you can't become enlightened until you're dead, fully, but, I think you can. I think this is a unique vessel that can experience itself and also the differentiated it at the same time. The dualistic aspect of its creation. And so the thing we need to realize is, and this is what I'd like to convey to you, I guess, if you want to hear it, and if not, you can stop the video if you want. All suffering comes from meaning, from creating meaning in our life, any type of meaning, because meaning is from creating a me. And I'm not just saying this because the letters M and E are in it. Me is in the word meaning. But it's the only way you can create meaning, because there has to be something. Because meaning is like, meaning's over there, and I'm over here, right? So, or wherever I am, and meaning is like it's like I'm on an island and I'm by myself, and I don't realize that the island is heaven, and I think heaven's somewhere else. I think heaven is out there, and I see a boat, and the boat is traveling on the water, and it's coming closer, and it's going farther away, and it's going left, and it's going right. It's going up and down with the waves. And so I say that boat is heaven. And meanwhile, the boat is out of gas. They don't have any oars, and they're out of food. And the boat would just love to come to the island, but it's being washed back and forth and thrown by the waves, and is essentially helpless. And really, we're already here. So we are, by creating meaning, we're putting ourselves on that boat. We're saying that boat is where it's at. That's where heaven is, man. And I want to be there. And when you think you are somewhere, you are somewhere, because there is no time and space. And I know this. It's not just a teaching. I know this because I've experienced it. I've experienced as soon as I think of somebody, I can feel their energy. When somebody tells me something about their past, even if they're over it, I can feel that as though it's happening right now, because they're tapping into the past. How interesting would it be to tap into the future? But like Solaro has said, can't know the future because it doesn't exist yet. Or does it? I don't know. And so you're on the island, and the Buddha teaches, may we all be an island unto ourselves. And I think this analogy is decent, that we already have all the resources on our island. We've got food, we got water. Say this is a freshwater island. Or whatever, it's a saltwater island and it has a well, and it filters so it's drinkable water. But everything's here, and it's not too small. It's fine. It's enough room, and yet we seem to have decided that we want something more than the experience of everything we need, which is already here. And that ship, that boat in the water, could just be a mirage anyways. It might not even be a real boat. So, anyhow, may we all, release the need to create our identities and concepts and beliefs, and just experience life. Just look out into the world, and see it without attaching extra meaning. That is a tree. That is a piece of garbage. That is a car. This is me. Even the basic labeling already separates. Go to a more fundamental labeling. Seeing, hearing, smelling, touching, tasting. And you can go even further in that. Experiencing. You don't even have to differentiate it. It's an experience. Everything is an experience. And when we can get to that level of it's an experience, it's not a good experience or bad experience, it just is, then we become free, And when we drop all clinging and grasping and wanting and desire, then that's where real freedom comes from. And so I wish that for you and for myself, in almost like a meta. I use meta quite a bit, and so I will tell you what I say in meta. So I'll say it for myself, and then for you, and then for all beings. May I be free from mental suffering and enmity. May I be free from physical suffering. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. May you be free from mental suffering and enmity. May you be free from physical suffering. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. May all beings be free from mental suffering and enmity. May all beings be at peace. Whoops, I messed it up. May all beings be free from physical suffering. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be at peace. I love you, and I hope this video and this time finds you in a place of peace and well-being. And I hope this message helps you to get in touch with a deeper truth. That truth that doesn't need to be explained. And I hope you will spend some time meditating and transcending your mind, so that you don't need to seek out into the world for someone else's truth, and you don't need to be attached to your own truth. You can just go within and realize the truth that is within us all. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Love you.